of the dark side.
Greetings, everyone! Wolf is back here with another edition of Bedrock Minecraft. How's everyone doing today? Well, as you can tell, I changed out my skin. I'm no longer the Steve skin, and since I still have an issue with my personal avatar loading up properly, I picked up a new skin pack, so I've got a new metal skin. Alright, today we're going to be working on the spawn area. Every world has a spawn point that begins. The way it works, I mean, you can actually change this if you have cheats available. But for those that don't like me, don't. The way to find it is usually the first area you spawn in that's going to be your spawn point. If you don't remember that is, just pick up a compass, which is in my right hand, and I hear. Yeah, there he is down there. 4 of them down there. Wait, did any of them know shells? They're not carrying them. I'm not going to worry about it. Nope. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. To figure it out. Yeah, sorry guys, got distracted there. It's a really simple process. So put the compass in your hand, and it'll point to world spawn. As you can tell, I've already technically have this mapped out. World spawn center point is actually 4 blocks. It's a 2x2 grid. So if I actually stand here, and if you watch the needle on my right hand here, you'll see that it actually points to these 4 blocks as I move around here. So what I did ahead of time is I mapped out these 4 blocks so I knew where the center of spawn point is. And then I went up to the height that I want to go up to and made a little bracket around those 4 points. Now, the spawn area is actually a 20 by 20 grid, which is 10 blocks out from each one of these. So, go from here, 10 out, 10 out. Same thing, 10, 10, all around. So it's actually a 20 by 20 square block. And anywhere with the 20 radius, you will spawn in. And generally when you spawn in at the highest point of the area that it's chosen for you. So if, let's see here, I could actually spawn, right here if I want to, on top of here. If I remember correctly, when I spawned in, I think in the first episode, I was like right here or something, looking at the mountain or something like that. So, all right, so that's how you find spawn point, the spawn center, and the actual 20 by 20 grid. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out a cross, if you will, going out actually a total of 40 blocks. It's going to be 20 one way and 20 the other way, so it's going to be 40 by 40 to get me a square. I'm going to make this into a circle. That's kind of weird how it changes to let me like that. Huh. Alright, so let me get that set up and then we'll be right back. And here we are up top, guys. And I have a 40 by 40 cross done here. So it's 20 out from each area. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this circular in design. It's actually going to be 2 rings. It's going to be an outer ring and an inner ring. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on the outer ring. So I also brought a bed over so I can actually sleep here instead of going over there. So what I'm going to do is from each one of these, you're going to build an 1/8 of a ring, essentially, right? So we're going to go out here. This is going to count as the very first block. Alright, so we're going to go 4 from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And after that, we're going to do another 4. So we're going to do is come over to the side, add a block there for right now, and go 4 out. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Simple enough, right? Add that extra block in, and we're going to go 2 out. After that, we're going to go 1 out. This is why circle guides come in very handy for this stuff. And then from this single block, we're going to go 2 again. And then the last part of the 1/8 of the circle is going to be a single block. Alright, so we have 4, 4, 2, 1, 2, and then 1. and that's an eighth of the circle done. Now you can reverse it and continue going that way if you want, or since you have that pattern down, we'll just go over here on the other end and make sure we match up with this block here, which we do. And we'll just do that again. And we should meet up in the middle. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And I'm going to go 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to go 2, 1, and 2. Do our single, 1. Then we're going to go for our double, 1, and 2. And then we're going to have our single, 1, right there. And of course, we match up right here in the middle. All right, so that's your quarter of a circle. So the pattern is for an eighth of the circle is 4, 4, 2, 1, 2, 1. For the full pattern, it's 4, 4, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 4. If you got that, congratulations, because I said that really quick. All right. I'm going to complete this circle and fill it all in. Now, this is going to change. This is just to give me a base to work on, all right, guys? So let me get that done, and we'll see where we go from here. All right, everybody, here's the outer circle now complete from underneath. So you can see kind of how it looks, all right? So now we're going to work on the inner circle. And I'm going to make this one out of logs. Going up, going up, going up. Okay, now in the spot of the 4 blocks, I put a daisy chain circle of hoppers. Right, this way, if anything falls to spawn, it'll fall into one of these 4 slots and then go into the hopper. All right. All right, now the inner circle is going to have a space of 1, 2, and 3 between the outer wall, which is this here. Okay, so we're going to begin off of that initial 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we'll start here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's going to be the space, and then block 4 will go right there. Okay, so let me get my diagram here so we can get the count right. So we're going to go with 4 again. 2, 3, and 4. All right, and then it's going to be 3. Okay, 2, 3, and then it's going to be 2, 1, 2, and then it's going to be 1, and then 1 again. Okay, so let's get the counting off. So it's 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. All right, so now if we just reverse it, it's going to be 1, 1, 2. Make sure you go this direction with it. Okay, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then it's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that didn't seem to end right, did it? Make sure I got this count right. Let's see, did it? I'm looking up because I got the torch on the opposite side, right? No, that actually did end correct. Okay, so the quarter is like this. The eighth is 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. All right, guys. So I will get this set up, and then we'll go from there. Now, the inner ring is now complete. I decided to go 2 layers with it because I'm planning to do a little bit more decoration on the inside of this circle here with it. So what I did is, once I got that in here, I started up and raised the outer ring up to match the level of this inner ring here. All right, so since the spot that's between these 2 rings is going to be grass, I used the dirt blocks to get me my counts up. All right, now what I want to do is I'm going to set up the walking area that goes from here to here, which will eventually lead out to wherever we want to go. So we're going to take this smooth stone, which you get by smelting stone. All right. Now the thing about this is most builds are odd number builds, but because this is based off of the spawn center, which is a 2x2, it has to be an even number. All right, so just keep that in mind. So we're gonna have right here, 3 blocks in this 4 block section there, like that. Move my markers. And actually, I can take these out of here. I don't really need those in there. No sense wasting them. Okay, now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use half slabs as my steps downward to get the smooth stone slabs. You have to actually have smooth stone now. All right, so you just do it like normal slabs. So you have to smelt the stone that you get, just not in my inventory in the moment, to get that smooth stone and then the smooth stone slabs now. And it's going to be a simple matter of just coming down, and let's get this in place. So it's going to put here, here. Let's move you in one, and we're going to come across here, and then of course go here like so. Nice easy step coming up, an easy step going down. Alright, and then the rest of this is all going to be filled in with dirt, grass, and then going from there. Okay, well, like the other clips, let me get that all in place and see what happens next. Okay, everybody, I got some of the decoration up, and I figured this is actually probably a good time to cover the lighting, and why I do the lighting the way I do it. Okay. The basics right now is simple as this. You put a torch down on a block, or if you put down like a piece of glowstone or a pumpkin or a sea lantern in the block there, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces from the light source itself. So either a torch on a block or the block itself is a light source. It's a count of 6 in each direction, and then you just diagonal it across to let you know each one of those represents a level 8, which is a non-spawnable spot for a bad mob. Alright, so basically you have this diamond formation around your light source, provided on the same level. Now you put it up on a 1 block like a fence here, you -1, so instead of it being 6 out, it would be 5 out. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it would be this section here would be the 8 source. Okay, so with that in mind, this is me working out the lighting scheme up here, and yes, I do go through this in my head all the time. So by putting a torch here on each end of the staircase, putting a piece of glowstone here in the floor, alright, and then putting a torch up 1 level here and 1 level here, this is what I get as far as lighting goes, cross section. The only spots I'm going to have a problem with is you see these 6 spots of cobblestone are, that right there is going to be a problem because it's a level 7, and this section right here is all spawnable. Okay, so with that in mind, I have to figure out how to place the rest of the lighting to eliminate these 6 spots and this section in each of the 4 quadrants of this circle. All right, and that's basically that's lighting simplified as best as it can. It's just a matter of paying attention as to how many blocks out from a light source it is. This is why it's a little bit easier to use the debug screen from the Java edition, because you don't have to do all this, disk stuff here. You can just look at it and say, okay, oh, this is a light level 7 or whatever. So that's where I'm kind of standing at the moment. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want to put the next set of lighting, and I believe I'm going to put a staircases in here to go down 1 level. So let me get back to work and get this brain of mine functioning and working, clean this mess up, and then we'll figure out the lighting. So for right now, this is the lighting that I've got going in. There's going to be one here, 1 step up. There'll be one here, 1 step up. There's going to be a pumpkin or glowstone right here in the floor that I'm going to cover up with a carpeting. I'm going to cover those up with carpeting as well. All right, and then whatever I decide to come up with that'll fix those small spots. All right, guys. Catch you a second. All right, everybody. Here we are back, and I just wanted to show what I came up with, and we're going to work on what I did right here in this section where we mapped out the lighting. All right, this is the look we're going for. Alrighty. So this gives me the little bit of the water that I wanted up here. I was going to try to go for a fountain look, but I couldn't really fit it in the way I was looking at it and kind of some of the stuff I want to do. So, let's go over what some of the details are. Now, I already showed you the lighting. So, the lighting I came up with to take care of the center section and the here, which was in here somewhere. Yeah, like in here. Was this here. This 3 setup. So, in order to get it so it doesn't look like it's just there, which it really is, I got this lines of bush and stuff like that to give it, you know, something more than just, hey man, I'm putting a torch here. Okay. And of course I put it on top of like pedestals and stuff like that, so it's just not sitting on the floor. So it actually looks like it's, you know, meant to actually be there itself. I could have actually hidden more glowstone into the floor and stuff if I really wanted to, but I'm trying to give it the floor design a little bit of character. What you want to kind of do is, when you have a section that is like 3 blocks by like 3 blocks, so you have a total of 9, that kind of gives you a plain look. All right, so you know, we kind of like just look at this gray area here. Let me get that out here. I mean, all you see is just the same block over and over and over and over again, and you know that's pretty unappealing to most people. So what a lot of designers try to do is they try to break up that 9 block or that 3 by 3 section by adding in, like, say, like a cracked brick or a cobblestone or you know, or a differential. Like, you know, like this, which is the polished andesite, or I got the chisel there, you know, and then I got some stairwork in here, all right? And that's just to give it so you don't have that, I guess, really lack of any other description, plain Jane kind of look to it. So, with that in mind, the first thing we need to do is we need to hack out the blocks we no longer need here. All right, so what we're going to do is, we can get rid of this stuff now for now. I don't need it. We'll take that out, so we have a clean slate here. And we're going to start over here at this 2 block section, okay? The first thing I want to do is I want to get in this is regular stonework that I've replaced right here along this way, which is where all the fencing and lighting and bushwork is going to go. So we're going to chisel this all out to there, okay? And then we have this like little lip L section right here, which is going to go here, 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 and here. Right? Nope. My bad. I was going to say, I'm missing something there. So let's get the... Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, I have one. That's fine. That works. You need to go here. Okay. And then we got to do the same thing on this side. So there, there. Okay. So, and then we go like so. Then we need to get the staircase that leads down to the under part. So what you want to do is come over to where the wood block is, and you're going to 1, 2 over, and then you're going to carve out 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So we're going to 1, 2. Going to start here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same thing on the other side. 2, right? 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And then what I also did to kind of change up some of these blocks, I got this little inner circle here. All right. So we're going to take out the block that's adjacent the beginning of the staircase and then go from there. All right. So what we want to do is the block adjacent is right here. We're going to begin our little circle. So it's 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay. Same thing here. That's where the torch is going to go. And then 1. So it's 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, plus the 1 there. And then, to add in the extra accents that I have here, because I have a 1 here, 1 there, and of course then the torch goes. So we've got to take those out, which comes from this middle section. So we're going to go there, there, and there. And that takes out that section. But we also want to add in this little feature here. Alright, so you're going to take out the 1, 2, 3 blocks from each one of these ends here, plus this. So it's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and then of course the middle one. Alright guys, alright, let me go collect that stuff and get the supplies, and we'll fill all the stuff in. All supplies have been collected. Let's get this filled back in so we don't fall through to the bottom. I'm going to take care of this little section right here. All this really is nothing more than staircases. Most of you probably already know that. Anyway, simply is, all you got to do is you're going to start facing this way, place here, and then you're just going to alternate. And that's all there is to it. And then you get this little accent right here that gives it a little bit of character, but doesn't interfere with you walking. So, alright, simple enough. Easy, easy. Alright, let's get the polished andesite into place so we can get the little circle line. So fill that in, no big deal. And we got 2 that go here. Now let's get our areas for where our torch is going to go. Those go there. Alright, so we are done with that. We're done with that. Give me those. Let's put you in place so this way we have our lighting set up to go. Lighting is now in place. Wow. Okay. Let's get the stairs. Now, what you want to do here is you're going to go down this way from the initial pathway in. So we want to go upside down stairs here, but right side up stairs here. Simple, simple, right? Do 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 do. Okay, so that's in place. Now, if you want, so you don't accidentally fall, which I have done, you can like put junk blocks here or dirt or something like that and dig it up later. That's up to you. Okay, to get this started, something doesn't appear to be right. Because it goes into that 3-way, right? Goes to the 3-way. That block should disappear by the looks of it. I get 1, 2, and then it comes across. Ah, yes. I was wondering why this wasn't looking right to me. Alright. These do have to disappear. See, that's why you always check your models. Because you do make mistakes. I didn't put the stone in yet for you guys. That stonework is going to go. Remember, we started here. And it's going to follow. Come on, place. Like so. Okay. There we go. Now we're looking right. That's why my L didn't look right at first. Alright. So now we're looking good there. And then the thing is we have to get the bottom blocks in place. Those here so that the water sits on top of it. Alright, and also we need to clear out this block and this block because I put wood here. And remember, we leave a hole here because when you come down the stairs, you have this little water flow coming on down. Alright, so that's it. And that one can go, that one can go, and that one goes, and that one can go. How can we do this? Well, there's different ways to get up here to fix all this stuff. The easiest way is I already bridged over across where I need to be. And we could start by, we should get that fencing in place first, but We're going to come down here. Alright. This is going to match up there. So you know that stair is going to go there. Alright, and then there's going to be a second stair there, right? And of course, then we're going to have a block, which is going to be the floor. Alright, so then let's get this finished off. Because that's going to go there. That's going to go. I don't want you there, I want you there. Pay attention, Minecraft. And so was that. Now we have our staircase. And what you want to do from here is there's going to be a wall section here to block this up. Just like so. Which gives us our opportunity to build our floor up here. Like so. Okay. And I always have to remember which one I'm leaving open here. It needs to be the one from the two outer. Okay. Which means that hole right there. Good. And we do the same thing on the other side. Alrighty. So let me go match that up. Oh, to get the other pieces of wood in place, by the way, which I need to grab. Give me that. You can just simply do this from underneath. Yeah, I'll use dirt right now. And all you gotta do is just aim at it, and it'll place in the right direction. See? Just like so. Alright, guys? Alright, let me finish this section up, and then we'll detail up here to get the rest of the lighting and the bushing work. And that's pretty much the upper part of this. Alright, guys, I got pretty much that section built in play. All you really need to do is you come down to the stairs here. You're just going to do a 3x3, and I put a piece of glowstone in the middle for lighting. We'll cover it up with carpeting, like I did over here. Okay. So that's that whole entire water section, not the light section. I'm going to do that right now. Okay. Simply, what we're going to do is we're going to go from this base all the way across with fencing. Simple enough. Alright, now the reason I went with the spruce fencing on this one is I did try the other ones. I mean, we already know what the oak looks like because we already used it here. And then, of course, this is actually sprucing here, but it's actually kind of hidden a little bit more. I'm not sure because it's surrounded by the similar logs. But I also tried the dark oak, which is extremely contrasty, and the jungle wood, which is okay. I didn't want the extreme contrast, that's for sure. That, to me, that's like an extreme contrast between that lighter brown and this much darker brown. The jungle one is, like I said, is okay. But after testing it out with the leaves and the lighting and stuff, I decided that I liked the mid-brown range with this setup like this. So that's why I didn't go with any of the other fencing or stuff. And I didn't want to do those stone walls or anything because I got enough stone walls all around as it is in the build. So I kept it with the wooden ones. Now, what we need to do is get the lighting in place. If you remember correctly, where we put the torches, it was, you know, here's the 2 block. So you put it on the end there and the end there. And then the other ones are filled up with the bushes. So let's get torches out. Let's get the bushes out. Alright, so we're going to put one here. Skip the 2. One goes here. Remember, here's the 2 block. It comes out to the end. So we're going to put a bush there, right? We're going to put a bush here. Now, before you cover this one, you're going to want to put a fence post there. Because that bush is going to be there, and you're not going to be able to, I mean, you can jump in place if you really wanted to. All right, and then, of course, then this last block right here. Then these ones are going to pillar up one more time. Like so, all right? And then what I did was to help with the lighting up on the upper part of this shelf. If we go over here and take a look, okay, you're going to go a 3rd fence post up on the end, torch, fence post, torch, fence post. You can do that from bottom, you can do it from the top, whichever you want to do. All right, so here is that section. So we're going to go fence post, fence post, fence post, and I actually ran out. How did I miscount that? Sorry about that, guys. I actually missed my one. I must have used it somewhere. Alright, no big deal. We'll just make fencing. Learning Minecraft basics. One too many. Okay. See, you can plan all you want and you still screw up. You gotta go here too. So I actually missed by 2 blocks. Alright, so remember, we gotta go with the bush there. Torch. Bush. Torch. Bush. Or tree, if you don't want to call it a bush, you can say tree, whatever. And then the thing is if you don't want to keep it a single one, you can throw another one here and make it like 2 tall. Whatever you want to do. Okay, so that actually takes care of the lighting all around this quarter circle. Simple enough like that. And that lighting here, as designed the way it is here, helps with the lighting on this tier here. And the way I have these walls set up and stuff with the lighting, make sure there's no spawnable. In fact, technically, this torch that I put right here is not really technically needed. I still put it there. Better to be safe than sorry. Now, we have to finish off this section so we can get our water in. That's easy enough to do. I need those. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. And I'm going to need the water bucket, which is not in that one. It's in this one. Okay, to get this in place. Now, this is where the water is going to come down. Right there. So, the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to establish kind of like a design thing feature like right in here. So, the simple thing to do is to go off of this square here. Okay. So, you're going to go here, here. Let's get that. Let's throw a trunk block in here. Alright. Because that's going to go up to here. Okay. Put a block here. Block here. Build your wall up to there. Alright. And what's going to happen at this point, the way I like to have it done, actually, you need to go one higher. I can't do it from down there. So we're going to go to here, because I need to get the staircases. So place a stair here, stay here, stair there. That'll get you your L here. Now what I did though here is you're going to want to turn it so you get that little turn in the upper part of the stair underneath. Alright, that'll give you this like little feature, if you see right here as the water's coming down. Kind of gives you that little extra like, oh, okay. So that's that. Now, excuse me. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to put a junk block 1 block back from there. Alright. And of course we're going to put that there, And let's put a junk block here. and a junk block here, and then we're going to want the stone. Use the stone backing for this. And that's why we put the junk blocks in place. And then give me the cobblestone walls. And there we go. That fixes that. Now comes the fun part, is trying to get the rest of the, that goes there, the back end of where the water flow goes. And that's in place already. Okay, good. So, that you have to kind of do from behind here. So you have to, use dirt or scaffolding or whatever to get up here, and so you can build this water chute that comes down from here. And I always try to add the light source in the water to give it a little bit of, well, light. And unfortunately, at the moment, all I have is the glowstone. And that's light blue concrete. Let's get back up top and then do that. Now, you got to get the water in place once that is set up. All right. All right, and here we are over at the section where we have to add in the water flow. Now, I'm going with light blue concrete for the backing, and basically what you want to do is that from that block where that hole is, okay, I'm going to come down so we match up with this bottom block, which is the floor. Now, if you remember, the placement of the block, I'm going to put that to go there. And what you're going to want to do at that point, from that light source, okay, we need to go underneath. So I'm going to put a temporary block there for now. Oop, you know what, put too far back, it's fine. Okay, so we want two here, and then we're going to take our stone and by the way, in order to move across the scaffolding, all you do is just put in one there, and you can actually squat down, and you won't go through this one. You only go through the ones that act as the ladder section. All right, I wanted to point that out real quick. And all you really need to do is, then you got to put a block there, then you put a block here and here. All right, and that creates the tube. Now, the reason I'm creating this tube underneath is I'm putting into some more underneath here in this section. And you just repeat it on the other side. It's not really. So it's just even with the floor. Get your glowstone in. All right, and actually. Actually, I have managed to fall off this once, by the way. So let's get our two bottom blue in place. Get our tube in place, right? Same thing on the side. Just for now. And that's it. Simple, simple, simple. Down. Okay. Now, the best thing about scaffolding, you hit the bottom one, it all comes down. Look at that. Easy as that, right? And then now the water sources are in place. Collect all this up. And let's go put the water in place. Okay. So, usually I use a junk block there, but it's alright. So now we have the chute here with the blue backing, and the lighting is down just a little bit so it's not necessarily seen right away. Let's get our water. Now remember, when you take your water, you want to take it from the middle of your 3 section. So let's create that 3 section. So we're going to put a water source there. Alright, and then I'm going to put a water source right here that's going to create me my three-way water supply. I need to just fill in on the rest. Okay. Don't take the water supply over the hole. Alright. And it all smooths out. Simple, simple. And then underneath, we have our flowing water. And the last little feature, light gray carpeting over the glowstone. Okay, and let's get, I should put those back. Give me the oak leaves. I'm using oak leaves, by the way. And you put one behind that post there on each side. Okay, you're going to come over here, leave a space so you can walk through. See? And it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Leave a space. And that's it. Alright. So this lighting takes care of this whole section. I'm not going to build this section of the wall. You've seen me do enough over here. I'm just going to point out, all it is it's the upside down stairs all the way around the circle with the not polished, but the andesite walls. Where the lighting goes, though, is here's your. By the way, I'll change these blocks out. Don't worry. Put a lighting there, and then at the end of this long section, you put a torch. All right. Then you're going to come over. See the count by the outside. So you torch 1, 2, torch 1, 2, torch 1, 2, torch, and you'll come back to this long section, and of course, then the torch goes back there. Alright guys, so that's pretty much this part of it. I have to design, I've got what I have in mind and what I'm going to do here. I'm still working on exactly what I want to build completely in here. I haven't worked it all just quite out yet, and this episode's already long enough just to get the top done. But now, once I get that section clear done, the whole entire spawn area of the spawn point is done. So anytime you spawn in here, using the world spawn point, you'll spawn somewhere in this section, or you should anyway. Alright guys, so as always, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting. Y'all take care now, bye.